One, two, three. Welcome everybody for Mom and Dad Talks. Our favorite two people are Mom and Dad, and they are still around, but we're having fun right now. And this, if you don't know, is one of my favorite people. We literally grew up together. If you don't know the young list and stuff like that, this is my cousin Virgil Strafford, but he's more than my cousin. He's an accomplished musician, a composer. I mean, what things can I say about? Tell our audience about the things that you do, Virgil.
Well, wake up, thank the Lord, eat a little something, and see what comes next.
All right, folks. He's being real.
But
Yeah, come on, talk to him. Tell him about what you've been doing, Virgil.
just just a musician, producer, uh, writer. Every now and then I get an idea and put it to play. Um,
Well,
been
folks,
doing that many days.
mhm. You're getting real humble on. You know what, folks? He's being really, really modest. So let me tell you some of his. First of all, he helped my wife on her
Am I not
album.
always humble?
You're right. And let me tell you, he did a phenomenal job, brought singers in for her. I mean, he did the cuz up. And like I said, our family's forever grateful. And we're going to tell you what, we're also forever grateful for Virgil. But, love the family, man, the kids and stuff like that. Tell them I say hi. But, boy, bro, you work with Ricky Dillard, Fred Hammond. Man, my mind is starting to slip me right now. Benita. I don't want to mess up the last thing because I think last time I did, we had to get it corrected.
My Lord.
I mean, Kirk Franklin. I mean, who haven't you? I mean, dude, you in the gospel music industry, man. I mean, because I remember meeting Ricky Dillon. Said, Ricky, yeah, my cousin Virgil. Virgil from Chicago. Everybody knows you from Chicago. Virgil from
That's
Chicago.
right.
And they get there. You even work with what's the lady? Slip in my mind there because I know you did stuff with even when you were on tour. Because let me tell you a funny story here, real quick, folks. Virgil
Oh, Yolanda.
came to Omaha, Nebraska. Now
Mhm.
he didn't know I was living in Omaha, Nebraska. So let's say that right now, because if he knew I lived, he probably would have called me, "Hey, cuz, I'm coming, come see me," or something like that. But in fact, even when well, we'll get to that in a second. But because you even came here, you're like, "Todd, I'm gonna be here in Virginia Beach. Come see me." I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna see you, cuz." But we were in Omaha, Nebraska. Nobody knows that we're there, not even him. He didn't
Right.
think he had no family there. And we went to the Kirk Franklin, Yolanda Adams, because you played for Yolanda Adams. It was a big tour that they had, and they stopped in
Yes.
Omaha, Nebraska. The auditorium was filled up, and it just so happens we were walking at the same time. Now this is cousin
Wow.
vibe for you. We both walked into each other. We're like, "What are you doing here? What are you doing here?"
Yeah, it's Kirk, Fred, and Yolanda. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and
Crew
I'm
of
like,
life.
yeah, I know that. I'm a sister. Cuz, what's going on here, man? What are you doing here? I'm playing for. What are you doing? I'm living here. And so we had a cousin moment there.
Right.
I still laugh about that one because I never expected to see you there.
Right.
I mean, I know
Right.
you deal with it, but I expect to see you there. But tell our audience, man, how did you get started in music?
Um, Church,
Hmm.
first of all, I got interested in music at home. Um, it was my Friday night uh, Sabbath activity.
Hmm.
Couldn't do anything else. Huh?
Yeah. Yes.
So, the stereo was there and stack of records. So I hopped on the organ
Mhm.
and just, started trying to figure out what I could. And eventually bogarted my way into church. Uh, can I can I play with y'all? Can you put everything in C? Can we do that? And I don't know. We just played with the youth choir for a bit. We started a few of us started a group.
Hmm.
So we did a little singing around town with that, and then we always Stratford always had good musicians
Hmm.
on staff, um, like guys that were like doing things in the city, in the country
Hmm.
type people. It was so I was just I was privileged to be in front of people, be put in front of people who were doing other things. So my start with Ricky was as a result of our organist at the time, Daryl Walker. You know, he's hearing me and he saw something in me. He was like, you know, come to this rehearsal Monday night. Okay. You know, I didn't know what he was doing. I was familiar with Ricky because we had, you know, we would go to his church at the time, you know, to their musicals or whatever. So I knew who he was. Didn't know that he had started a choir and that type of thing. So yeah, went to that rehearsal and like, oh, okay, this is nice. So started there and just kind of, you know, things kind of snowballed as we went forward. So,
you know, I mean, because I mean, you know, like I said, Ricky did like, oh, he's one of our own. I'll never forget when he was talking about that. He was just bragging about you, cuz.
Oh yeah.
And you know, like I say, you know, and then you matriculated to Nashville. And how was that transition going to Nashville?
It was pretty easy, pretty natural. I had moved on from New G to another choir, and you know, a couple churches later or whatever. I started doing performance tracks with Tyrone Dickerson for Benson Records, and what was it called? You Can Sing Gospel. You remember those?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So we were both commuting to do that. He lived, you know, was living in Chicago, and we both, you know, we take a band and singers down there to Nashville from Chicago, and we do this marathon session of songs in two keys, and you know, so eventually he moved. Tyrone moved. I think when the label kind of picked him up a little bit more or whatever, he moved to Nashville, and probably in about a year or whatever, on the tail end of the Tour of Life, I decided, well, let's see, quit my job already, fired from the church for being out. I might as well move to Nashville. So
what was my choices? My options are very simple.
You know, yeah.
Right.
So yeah, at the end of the tour, we were in Nashville and Knoxville. We came back to Nashville to fly everybody home, and I just stayed and found a place to live.
You never left. You stayed and never left. You know, but you played for a famous bishop, Bishop Walker. And there's an amazing story about that. I don't know if you want to go into all of that, but how did you get with Bishop Walker? How did that happen? Because you started off with him when he started out, like literally.
Yeah, sort of. He had a few years in. A friend of mine, Fred Vaughn, that I'd met in Nashville, I had been doing some work with him, and he had taken on a leadership position there, and he had started asking me, hey, you know, would you be interested in? And I wasn't playing at a church at all at this point. So I was in Europe on a small tour there, and so he had asked me a couple times. I was like, nah, I ain't interested. I'm good. You know, I was just like, you know, I'm not gonna say yes to something I ain't trying to commit to. You know?
Yeah.
And so out on this tour in Europe, and I think at that point I had, you know, done a few different things with a few different artists and that type of thing. And it was like he called while I was out. I was like, "Yep, I'm ready." So we came on off the tour and interviewed and so on, probably in about a month. Yeah, and got started. I think it was like June or July. I think it's July of 02.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and then from there, dude, I mean, you just soared in the Nashville. I mean, pretty much if you're in the industry, they know who you are. You know, and that's pretty awesome to have a cousin that, you know, first of all, thank you for being my cousin. That you can pick me.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
If you don't know, guys, we kind of have we have a sense of humor, our family, so we like to mess with each other, as you know. But you know, when you matriculated, then, cause you know, you've done a lot of work, even in the country singing. I mean, people don't know how thick you are in the industry. I mean, the industry knows how you are, but you know, before we get to talk about how you hooked up with Benita, because Benita tends to be the only one that I've seen. Like, I mean, you guys are really really tight as far as how you do, the ministry and stuff like that. But before we get there, have you ever? What are the artists outside of Benita? Because we'll talk about her in a second. I mean, it was really interesting or fun to work with, and you work with a lot. I don't want to call anybody out, folks. Don't get mad at me, but we just say something that we're gonna make this easy for you because I don't want you in trouble. Um, so, what was the artist that no one would ever think you'd ever played with or worked with?
Mhm.
Like they would never have a
Probably,
clue. Yeah.
probably the R&B artists. I did that Europe tour. I was with Montel Jordan. He was doing a promo tour,
Mm-hmm.
probably for one of the last probably the last R&B record he did before
Mm-hmm.
he went into full time ministry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it ever released in the States, but it released in Europe
Mm-hmm.
and had this little tour there. Um, so I don't think anybody would have thought that. I wouldn't have thought it necessarily actually, but
Mm-hmm.
and then Babyface. Um, you know, didn't see that coming, but
Folk, baby face. I mean, what else
uh,
can you say, man? You're gonna say no to baby face?
but you know what? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, all of the opportunities that I've had have been the result of relationship, like being Lord have me in right places,
Mm-hmm.
in front of the right people from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl and getting me into New G. I don't think I would have ever thought to, I don't know, go show interest, audition, whatever. And there were a few people. I went to my kid's mom.
Mm-hmm.
She was in the choir, and I didn't know, but half of her church
Uh-huh.
or half of her church choir
Yeah.
was in New G from the beginning. They started
Wow.
out in
Mm-hmm.
Chicago Heights, Illinois. So
Mm-hmm.
like that was the core of New G back then. So I mean, she came home from college on the break and said, "Hey, come go to this rehearsal with me." Y'all, this rehearsal with me. I'm going to have to check these folk out. See, her mama, and all her friends from church is already in.
The whole
Hey,
church was in the choir.
right. Hey, Teresa, you back? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Excuse me. So I mean, from that,
Mm-hmm.
working with Tyrone, that got
Mm-hmm.
me on the Ben Tankard and Yolanda Adams situations, and then when I moved to Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
people that I did things with, random things with, were doing other things, So did a few dates with Virtue.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that would have happened,
Mm-hmm.
Um, and what else? And then the CeCe thing.
Mm-hmm.
A few of those same people were part of the CeCe camp, so
Yeah.
a spot became open there,
Mm-hmm.
and there I was and did that for a while. So yeah, that's really how it's been. It's all been relationship.
Mm-hmm.
With people that were in a situation and thought enough, to call me and invite me. So yeah.
And it's, folk, we want to emphasize relationships, right? It's very important to have relationships. And
Yeah.
my cousin is a man of God. He is a minister of music, by the way. But let's talk about real quick before we get into how we see this thing behind me, Church Life Chronicles, how my cousin helped me with Church Life Chronicles. And before we get, because I get excited about that song, but before we talk about that, Benita, how did you get hooked up with Benita? Because that's the one relationship of all the artists that seems to have a thread throughout a lot of your career.
We were in ministry together at Mount Zion
Mm-hmm.
with Bishop Walker. I think I don't remember what year she came. Maybe 04, 05, maybe. I don't know. It's a really tough
It
guess.
seems like
But
forever. It
anyway,
seems like I know Benita
yeah,
forever.
yeah. But she came from Alabama, and was just, hiding in the choir in the alto section.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I really didn't even know she was there, honestly. And I'm trying to remember what happened first. Either there was a rehearsal where the minister of music asked her
Mm-hmm.
to learn this song to lead,
Mm-hmm.
and she stood up and killed us. I think that was probably the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was another night, a worship leader
Mm-hmm.
couldn't make it, and they called her at the last minute to fill in at a Wednesday night service, and she came in and just blew us away. It was just like, what? But
Mm-hmm.
when she did Gospel Dream,
Yeah.
remember that she won Gospel Dream, did her first record. Um, when she was starting to go out and
Mm-hmm.
wanted to take at least a musician or something, she asked me to be that musician, and
It's just stuck ever since.
full speed ahead since then. Yeah,
And it's
yeah. So that's
fantastic. Because like I said, he also you watch if you know Virgil, he writes tremendous songs, folk. In fact, we're going to play one of it. It's actually going to be the theme music for our Church Life Chronicles TV series that we're going to have out. Cuz, thank you for doing it at the last minute for your cousin.
thanks for asking me.
I mean, it's my privilege to have my cousin, especially. It's more than folk when you have your family do something for you. It's even more special, especially when they take it to another level. And my cousin did such. He put his thumb, toe, everything in this thing, and he did it like in a couple hours. Like, hey, cuz, can you? I need a theme song because we're going to New York Film Festival, and we Kwanzaa Film Festival. I need something really, really good, cuz. And you came through for me, and we're gonna play a little bit of Church Life Chronicles, and we're gonna ask him how he came up with this song, folk. This is
Oh
hot.
gosh.
In fact, our business partner Corleone the Don, when I played this for him, if you don't know him, he's a rapper. He worked with Wu-Tang Management. We get our compilation, it'll be on Sony Records. But I want you to, folks, this touched me. This is such a hype song. So anyway, let me just share it with you and shut my mouth up. Here we go.
That's what you guys think of me?
Even the most devoted among us stumble.
Good to see you, Brother Reed.
Feelings not me. Like I said, S-O-R-R-Y.
We would tell you if you suck.
Well, do I?
Virgil, when I heard that song, I think I played it all night. It was my wife was like, Todd, why don't you I could not get this song out of my head. I was so excited about it. I gave what little duck as I could to say thank you. I was gonna give it to you anyway, but I said I better give it to him now here before I run out of all my money. And and then I had to play it for Corleone. He's like, Todd, this is awesome. And it inspired us to say, you know what, let's do this. And I'm glad. I mean, dude, how did you write what came about you when you wrote this song?
Man, it was really just a little groove, man. Yeah, I looked at the clips that you sent me, and I was like, okay, this is church life, and just kind of just thought of something, tried to think of something that just kind of brings life or whatever.
Yeah.
I know it's dealing with some drama and so on and so forth, but I mean, drama, joy, victories, losses, all of it, it just keeps moving. It's just all right. So it was just a groove, just to move through that life of church.
And it is church life.
Yes.
TV series that I'm telling you, folks. When you watch it, when you get it, it will remind you of church. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just insightful. I don't want to tell everybody all about it, but I'm telling you. And the song is "Where to Go." Where did you come up? How did you come up with that idea? Where to go for that song? Because, dude, it's deep. My dad, it was so good. My dad, 80 years old, was like, "Ooh, play that again, Sonny boy." Ooh, this is really good.
And I can hear that. Mm-hmm.
He was grooving with me like this. Like, oh yeah, I played for Carlin.
That's crazy.
I mean, he was like, oh man, this is like hot. Virgil just, the name of the song, Where to Go. How'd you come up with that?
Man, I have no clue. I'll just say it was God just dropped it in my spirit. I was just like, I don't know what to call this. Where to go? Honestly, it was just like,
I mean,
yeah.
like I said, when the compilation comes out, I hope you guys download it. Support my cousin there. I mean, a lot of other things that he does. But if someone wants to inquire about you or get you, what do they need to do that? Cuz
I'm on Facebook at Virgil Strafford, VIRGILST1RA another Ara D. On IG, Atmosphere is Everything.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, that would be that.
First of all, thank you for being on our show. Thank you for this wonderful song.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, this was amazing. And like I said, we're gonna push this out, push you out, push what you have out, and then we're gonna try to take care of everybody. But folk, you know what? Relationships. Know that God wants us to be in healthy relationships, good or bad, whatever. You still need to try to have a healthy relationship, even in situations. But we all love you. Till next time, we'll see you on Mom and Dad Talks.
So, congratulations, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, cuz. Love you.
Yeah. All right. Love you.